Yung kanina nga, may nasingitan pa tayong isa dyan dahil hiniwa-hiwa ho yung puwet nun tapos nilagyan ng ketchup na maanghang. So ganun na ho sila ka, ano, parang sabi ko nga, this is their playground now and they can do whatever they want. They're looking for a place to do their thing like yung scamming activities. And I think nakita nila sir yung Pilipinas as their playground. When I say playground, sir, things they need to continue to operate their legal activities are available here, like having a new identity. Every time we raided the Pogo hubs, this is a constant thing that that's happening in every raids that we're doing. Laging may mga fugitives, sir. Sometimes we get 15, 9 fugitives in other Pogo hubs, 11. And checking on their identities, they already assume identities. And kung mapapansin mo, sir, meron na silang mga driver's license, meron silang mga PhilHealth cards, meron silang mga even birth certificates, and passports. In some cases, nakakuha kami, sir, sa Thailand ng mga passports. So, we're thinking na, kaya, sir, naging puntahan tayo ng mga criminal elements dito is because they can get what they want here. And in cases that they run into trouble with the law, naayos nila, sir. It's really hard to accept the reality, but in most cases, sir, naayos nila yung problema nila rito. And yun nga, sir. And then nakuha nila, sir, yung mga weaknesses ng mga Pilipinos. And ang isa pang problema, sir, na nakita namin is yung existence still ng pre-registered SIM cards. We're talking about online gaming here, sir. And what's the common denominators in Pogos, in online gaming na yung sinasabi nga ni Chairman na pag tinanggal nila, maya-maya nandiyan na uli. Kasi there still exists yung pre-registered SIM cards. They can avail of these pre-registered SIM cards dito sa atin. Nakakagawa kasi in one case, we demonstrated yung paggawa ng mga SIM cards kasama yung mga media kung paano ginagawa. Dito lang ginagawa eh. And they can even contract a group of pre-registered SIM cards creator para gumawa ng thousands of SIM cards for them. So, not unless we can solve the problem of this pre-registered SIM cards, sir, hindi matatanggal dito, sir, yung Pogo. Kasi they always hide behind dito sa mga fake identities na to, sir. After getting what they want, let's say, pag nakuha na nila o pag nasuba na nila o pag na-scam na nila yung isang tao, tatapon lang nila yung SIM cards and that's it. Nasira na yung buhay ng isang tao dahil dun sa isang pre-registered SIM cards. They'll just use another pre-registered SIM card na ginawa nila for the purpose of scamming persons. Ano? And in recent raids na ginawa namin, may mga nakuha kaming pre-registered SIM cards na nanggaling na po sa what country is that? Sa ibang bansa, sir. So, UK, yeah. Meron tayo sa UK, meron tayo sa India ng mga pre-registered SIM cards. So, sabi namin, hanggang nag-i-exist itong mga to, sir, hindi mauubos yung online gaming na yan, hindi mauubos yung Pogo na yan, sir. Kasi, sir, dito, nakakakuha sila eh. Kahit anong bantay natin, sir, okay, nasira na natin, sir, yung number 3, number 4, number 2, na pinakamalalaking Pogo hubs dito sa Pilipinas. Pag kumalat ito, sir, dahil meron pa rin silang pre-registered SIM cards, they can do scamming in houses. 50-50 persons, sir. Sa mga condo, sir, they can do scamming, sir, as long as they possess and they can avail of these pre-registered SIM cards. So, yun, sir, ang nakikita namin na problema. And of course, sir, dapat maghigpit talaga tayo rito pagdating, sir, sa mga government-issued IDs. Kasi sabi ko nga, sir, Philippines is really a playground for them now para gumawa, sir, ng mga scamming activities nila and criminal activities as well. Kasi, sir, hindi lang po scamming ang ginagawa nila. They're now doing kidnappings, killings. They have enforcers now, sir, dito sa atin. And na sila mismo dati gumagamit pa sila ng mga Filipino counterparts eh. But later on they realized na lagi silang nahuhuli pag may counterpart na Pilipino silang kasama. Now what they're doing is nag-i-import na sila ng mga it's either retired military from other countries or some are retired policemen. Ito po ay nasa record natin na ang hinahabol namin dun sa ibang Pogo hubs are retired military or retired policemen. And probably that will explain why we have military uniforms and military and police uniforms doon po sa mga Pogo hubs na nire-raid natin. And yun na po ang ginagamit nila. Sila na mismo, they have their own rule. They created their own parang batas sa loob ng Pogo hub. And these Pogo hubs are self-contained Pogo hubs na lahat nandun na eh. Hindi na kailangan lumabas ang isang Pogo hub worker. They have prostitution inside. They have KTVs inside. They have doctors inside. They have pharmaceuticals inside. Groceries. So you don't need, pag nasa loob ka po ng Pogo hub, you don't need to get out dahil yung sinusweldo mo, doon mo nalang binibili, yung Pogo hub na rin ang maniningil sa'yo. Ngayon, yun lang pag hindi ka nakakabayad at ayaw mo magbayad at ayaw mong gawin yung pinagagawa nila or siguro hindi ka po nakaka-comply sa kote nila, then you will be subjected to tortures. And yung pong mga nakikita natin videos na palala na po ng palala eh. There are more gross videos na hindi na po namin sinasama dahil baka hindi nyo na ma-take. Yung kanina nga, may nasingitan pa tayong isa dyan dahil hiniwa-hiwa ho yung puwit nun tapos nilagyan ng ketchup na maanghang. So gano'n na ho sila parang sabi ko nga, this is their playground now and they can do whatever they want. So, yun lang po, sir.
Thank you for that, Yusek. In Yusek, after raiding, we have raided 2 probably, or 3, no? Huge Pogo hubs. The one in Las Piñas, the one in Bamban, and the one in Porac. And seems to me na these are really probably the biggest operating in our country. Have we already apprehended, have we already stopped the perpetrators of these Pogo hubs? Meaning, have we already apprehended or charged the mastermind of these Pogos? Tapos na ba? In other words, tapos na ba ito? Are we seeing the end of this type of criminality?
We did charge some of the bosses, sir. Malalaki na, sir, yung mga nahuli natin eh. But ano po to, sir, kabit-kabit na in our analysis, nag-ooperate pa rin, sir, yung iba eh. Despite yung may mga inaprubahan po tayo, sir, di ba? Yung mga temporary license natin and but yung iba po, they really intend not to magpa-license eh. Dahil mas gusto nilang mag-operate, sir, ng colorum eh, ng illegal. So, ang nakita namin, okay, sir, na-stop natin yung 3, 4, 5 na malalaking pogo, sir eh. But nag-ooperate pa rin po, sir, yung iba. I think we did some impact in some ways, but really for them to stop, hindi po natin nagagawa, sir. I think kailangan, sir, pumukpok pa po tayo, sir. But yun nga yung sinabi ko, sir, if we can do something about this proliferation of this pre-registered SIM card, sir, baka ma-stop natin ito.
Well, talk to DICT is here, no? So I'm sure they're taking note of that, and we already flagged them about the problems of the fake SIM cards, or not fake SIM cards, but the fake identities being used in SIM cards. No? We already flagged them with that. We'll talk to them later on about that. No? Because a lot of this, when you talk about digital, internet, we have no choice but to talk to DICT. No? Because they're the agency that is supposed to be leading the way in assuring the public that the digital space is safe for everyone, no? And not being abused. No? But obviously, that's not the case. No? We're not seeing that. So we'll hear from the ACT about their efforts to clean up the digital space in our country. No? Next question ko, Yusek, there's also a school of thought that if we ban pogos, they will go underground. No? Or if we ban pogos, the illegal will continue. Because they're illegal. Whether we ban or we don't ban, they will continue. What is your opinion on that? Do you think banning pogos will still yield to the same illegal activities? Based on your expert opinion and based on your observation, I'm sure you've seen a lot of all of this, yung kanilang patterns, no? You've seen a lot of the patterns, you see a lot of their mentality. So what's your opinion on that type of school of thought?
Well, definitely, sir, Mr. Chair, when you ban pogos, tama yun, sir. Ma-stop natin yan. But we need to yung be more sir, yung mas masigasig tayo sa pagpapalo up. Dahil yun ang mangyayari, sir, pag na-ban natin yan, magliliitan yan, sir. And then, magigirilya yan. Yung ginagawa nila sa multinational, yun, sir, ang mangyayari. They just do scamming activities in houses. So, yun lang, sir, ang magiging problema natin. But, ang solusyon naman na ino-offer namin dyan, sir, we can do it on a local level na, sir. If, let's say, the mayor or the governor or the city mayor will be aggressive, sir, in running after this, yung mga kolorum na pogo hubs na ito, yung mga maliliit na to, sir, mas madali na. Compared, sir, dito sa malalaki, sir, it's hard. I mean, sir, we already told you our stories on how hard for us to even apply for search warrant, even to get help from other law enforcement agencies. Medyo hirap po kami because of the connections, because of the network, because of yung resources na ginagamit, sir, ng mga management ng Pogo Hubs na yan laban sa mga gustong manghuli sa kanila. Unlike, sir, kung maliliit, sir, I think yung local, sir, kaya na . Alimbawa, sir, in other cities like Valenzuela and Bulacan, they already banned Pogo Hubs there, sir, operation of Pogo Hubs. So it would be easier, sir. Kasi pag sa local, sir, you can check on do you have the proper mayor's permit o kaya do you have the necessary fire code compliance in that area, sir. Tapos it will be very easy kasi, sir. Halimbawa, kung sa bahay yan, sir, yung bahay lang na yun, sir, ang bukas ang ilaw sa gabi. So, ang daling makita na nun, sir. So, it would be easier, sir. Comparing dun sa parang fortress, sir, na gigibain natin, sir, yung gate o akyatin mo pa yung gate para makita mo yung operation, which is what they're doing in this mga Pogo Hubs na malalaki. But kung nasa subdivision sila, sir, even the homeowners association, sir, kaya na pong pasukin yun. So, mas madali, sir, kung Pero, banning, sir, pwede pong mangyari yun. Hindi po magiging problema, sir, yung madidilute sila.
Yusek, nakita ko kasi, no, in our times when we inspected the facilities, I saw some of the workers there, they transfer from one company to the other, no, from one Pogo Hub to the other. In fact, they start off as legitimate or legal, and then they end up working in illegal. No? I saw some paperworks regarding that. Mga IDs na nare-recover, yung mga working permits na nare-recover. So, in other words, nag-umpisa sila legal, but they end up in illegal. And they transfer, they move around. No? That's what we, at least that's what I saw, no? in those briefings and the inspections that we made. Is that the same pattern that you've seen in the past raids that you conducted?
Opo, sir. Now they're doing it in groups. Dati, isa-isa lang, sir. Now, ang nakikita mo namin is, pag mainit dito, sa isang Pogo Hub na ito, they'll just, a group of 10 or 20 persons, lilipat lang yan sa isang Pogo Hubs. So, yung mga team leaders nila, now they are, kasi, sir, when you are obliged to reach a certain quota, let's say 5 million to 8 million, yung isang group of 20 or group of 10, diba, inobliga ka, sir, na you need to reach 8 o 10 million quota every week. Ngayon, sir, the same group, sir, paglilipat yan, sir, isang grupo na yan. So, palipat-lipat lang sila, sir. Sa mga Pogo, sir, dito, sa Metro Manila and even in Pogos in Region 3 and Region 4, sir. Palipat-lipat. Even, sir, yung mga nare-rescue namin sa Myanmar, yung mga nare-rescue namin doon, sir. Dito sir, sa Pilipinas, yung mga Pilipino doon, ngayon supervisor sila rito eh. And they're handling groups na already.
In other words, ang nakikita ko kasi yung mga again, based on your observation, nagiging daan nitong mga legal pogo hubs para makapasok sila. And then they eventually transfer. And now narinig ko sa inyo that they operate now in teams. I guess meron silang they organize themselves and they move around. Is that what you also observe? Is that these legal pogo hubs, because when they come here, they bring in thousands of people. So I'm not sure if they can monitor all of the movement of those thousands of people, especially if they don't perform. No? So, and that's what I see when I inspect yung mga IDs. Nakita natin yan, the IDs of different pogo hubs. So based on your observation, is that the phenomena? Is that a pattern that you are seeing, that these legal pogo hubs become the door that opens, and then once they're in, nandito na sa Pilipinas, it's easy to move around? No?
Yung mga legal pogo hubs, sir, frankly speaking, sir, dyan din po tayo nakakakuha, sir, ng mga, ng mga scammers. Most of the pogo hubs na ni-raid namin, sir, may mga license yung iba eh. And yet, they're doing scamming activities inside those pogo hubs. And yung sir, yun nga sir, palipat-lipat lang sila. Sa tingin ko sir, hindi na nila tinitignan whether that's a legal pogo hub or illegal pogo hub. Ang tinitingnan lang nila sir kung eto maganda pa pasweldo nito, eto ba maayos ang pasweldo. Yun na lang sir eh. Pero as to whether that's a legal or illegal pogo hub sir, di na po. They don't care already sir.
Thank you for that, for sharing with us your thoughts on that.
Umani naman ito ng iba't ibang reaksyon mula sa ating mga netizens. Ayon kay Ruth Tibong, ganyan kahina ang batas sa Pinas, that includes severe corruption. Pahayag naman ni Julio Hernandez, money solves their criminal activities. Kawawa ang bayan talaga. At ito naman ang saloobin mula sa ating kababayan na si Nilo Fernando, isa na ng mga pogo sa buong Pilipinas. Gayahin niyo si Mayor Vico Soto. Mga kababayan, feel free to comment below para maglabas ng saloobin sa balitang ito.